some money, get 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 some money. Get some money, get some money.
Go get some money, money. I say get some money. Go get some money, money.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This here rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
It's alright, man. Cool. I been going there like the
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. A first carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And it's taken in at the 9. A 57-yard punt, 11 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
On 1, ready? 11.
Here's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. Again, that's Hurst. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11 Thomas.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down.
11 MT.
bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
11.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, now Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals! Hayden Hurst, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing the completion.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
Well, they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
11 empty, 11 empty. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, They gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Play action. It's Burrow. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Running left, it's Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
11 mighty.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's the option, running right. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Throw left side, complete to Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's Pickett. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Flushed out right. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play.
Here we go.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Inside handoff to Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
1-1, ready?
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Sam Hubbard in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball across purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw, Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow will throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On 2nd and 12, Pickett. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
First and 10, here's Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Pickett will look to throw it here. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Pickett to throw on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Pickett now on first down. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Pickett now from the gun here. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And we'll see what he can do on the return. great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because.